Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from, I'll tell you in a moment. How has your fun Friday been? We have had a super busy day. We're trying to find movers to move the stuff from here in San Diego across to Arizona, to Phoenix in Arizona. And oh my gosh, my phone has been blowing up all day today. Text messages, emails, phone calls. I would get off one, finish a call, there'd be a new voicemail for me. As soon as I finished that call, the phone would ring again. And then while I was on that call, another voicemail would get, it is just, and I didn't realize there's so many moving companies out there. And, but the price variance, oh my gosh, the difference in the pricing is, like, there's like a $4,000 difference between the cheapest pricing and the most expensive one. I'm like, really? That much? To go 380 miles? Wow. But it's been an interesting exercise. And so we've been dealing with that a lot today. It got to this afternoon, my brain was just like, pfft. And so I'm probably going to move the moving date, push it out another week. So it gives me time to evaluate, because there's a lot of information to take in when some of them just didn't understand that the stuff has already been packed. It is in a storage unit. I just need a lift and shift. So some people didn't get that. They were like, well, how many boxes do you have? What type of furniture do you have? They wanted an exact inventory. I'm like, I have no idea. I didn't count the boxes when we put them in the unit. I said, this is how big the unit is. This is how tall it is. It's packed. So it's been interesting. But apart from that, I got some quotes out today for a couple of different things, which was awesome to get that done. Picked up a new client today, which was cool. Well, a new prospect today. But I'm putting it out there, the person's going to become a client. So I picked up a new prospect today. Got an inquiry today. So it's been a very busy day today for a Friday. And we moved. We did. We moved from row C to row G at the Pachanga. So we're still in Pachanga at the Casino RV Resort. I had a meeting this morning at 10 o'clock, and so as soon as that meeting was over, I then called the front desk to see if they'd had any last minute cancellations, because yesterday they told me there was no space available. Checked to see if they had any last minute cancellations. Yes, they had a site available for me, costing a little more, because it's a bigger site and it's got trees. I got trees on this side, I got trees on that side, which helps a lot with keeping the RV cool. So it hasn't been in the blazing sun, which was somewhere up in the high 90s today. Was on late today because I had friends who I haven't seen since I left. I haven't seen them since January, basically. I haven't seen them since January. And when I left, February, because they were still at the same campground that I was at, that I left from, which is where I'd originally met them, and we've become good friends in that. And so they're now living somewhere else in the area, so they were coming down here because they're booking, they're going to book the campground here for the month of December. So they came down to check out a couple of sites to make sure they could get satellite signal, because last time they were here they couldn't because of the trees. So they found a couple of sites that they liked, and they've booked one of them for the month, which is kind of cool. So they'll be here for December. I'm going to be in Arizona at that point, but I'm going to go to Arizona there, so I've got to call them up and get everything organized with them as well, and then get my moving dates all worked out and pick a company to get everything lifted and shifted. But it'll save me just over $300 a month, moving it from one storage facility to another, and I'm getting a bigger space, so I've got room to sort. Because the problem I have with the storage unit I have right now is, because it's so full, I've got nowhere that I can sit and sort anything. So it'll be like, take a load of boxes out, sort them off somewhere, and then whatever with them. But there's no space to sort them. I mean, the movers, two of the movers were pushing boxes in as the other guy's pulling down the door. So I don't even know if I can get the door open. But we shall see. But no, so we've got another 2 nights here at Pachanga, and then we're moving to I don't know where, but we'll figure that one out tomorrow, because I don't feel like doing it today. It's been a very busy day. My brain is like bleh. But I got to have a good visit with my friends that I hadn't seen since January. So that was good, and they're doing well, and Zephy was And they even noticed, because they met Zephy not long after I got her, and so they got to know her in November, December, and January, and they said that she's mellowed out a lot since then. And I said, well, she has matured, but she's 18 months old now. She's not 8 months old, so but yeah, they noticed that she had mellowed. But the whole time we're out there, she's like, well, there were little whines going on and all that. But then, fair enough, there were dogs being walked around on their leash, and there's this beautiful Great Pyrenees right across from park right across from us. And the guy took the Pyrenees down to the dog park while my friends were here, and then 2 beautiful Aussie Shepherds walked past, and then a couple of sites down, there's they've got 2 German Shepherds. One's pure black, and the other one is a very light version of, if you think of the typical German Shepherd markings and colors, this one's almost like a washout of the colors. It's not quite all tan, it's still got the black there, but it's not a deep dark black or dark brown. It's still got all the typical German Shepherd markings. It just looks like somebody's washed the color out of it. But it's a beautiful dog. I mean, don't get me wrong, the beautiful, beautiful dogs. It's the only way I could think to describe it. And they were trying to come over and say hello to Zephy while their owner was walking down to the dumpster to drop the trash off. So yeah, it was sort of like, and Zephy was like, I want to go play. She wanted to go play with all the dogs. Then these kids go past, and she's like, oh, kids! Her 2 favorite things, kids and dogs. Or dogs and kids. I'm not sure which order it's in. But yeah, so she's now, this is her after spending over an hour outside. I haven't set her crate up yet. I've got the bed on the floor where the crate goes, but I haven't set up her crate yet. But we'll do that shortly for her. So we're going to have dinner now, and then we'll go over to the dog park. And but I got a whole bunch of stuff cooked in the Instapot. I got some eggs cooked in the Instapot today. Got some bacon cooked in there, so I can chop up the bacon and put it in with some smashed, make an egg salad with some bacon in it, and put some tuna in there with it as well, so I can have a tuna egg bacon salad. All sorts of things, all sorts of wonderful things you can do with it. And I've got some fresh bread that I got from Panera Bread the other day, so I can make some nice sandwiches, and it's sourdough bread, which is really yummy. What do they call it? Rustic? I think they call it rustic sourdough or something like that, but it's really, really yummy. So that'll go nice with the eggs and the bacon and the tuna. So it's going to be a nice dinner tonight. Yay! And then I've got a pork loin in there, but probably not gonna cook that up. That's in the freezer. So I was thinking, should I take that into frosting now? I'm like, no. Let's see where I end up on Monday and how long I'm going to be there for, and we'll work it out from there. So, busy day today. So yes, we did move. We're still in Pachanga, but we had to move sites because our site was booked. So they moved us to a different site. It's nice. It's got the trees. I like it. And then at the end of our row is actually where the dog park is. So we don't have far to walk to the dog park, although depending on the heat, like first thing in the morning and stuff, I may take like a long walk, like go all the way down to the back of the RV park and then come back up to the dog park rather than just walking down the end of the road. So that way I get some exercise in as well as she gets some exercise in. But this morning she was all over that park and doing her fast running around the park, and she'd come across where all the smooth stones are, that they kind of like formed like a garden or a creek bed or whatever, and she would just glide over top of them. She would just jump and carry, and without breaking her stride, she'd just glide over top and carry on running without breaking her speed. She's kept maintaining the same speed at the beginning of the jump, and at the end of the jump she was back up to full speed, and she just had a blast running circles around me, running all over the place. And then she found that she didn't really like walking on the stones, so she figured out how to use the stepping stones that are in there. So they've got these flat pieces of slate or granite or something, that the slate, they've got these flat bits of slate that you can use as stepping stones through these little through the rocks and stuff. And so she kind of started walking on those, and then she sort of like backed up a little bit and looked at them, and then she wandered around, and the next thing I know she's wandered around to the other side, and she comes across on the stepping stones. For why she couldn't do that from the side she was already on, but she had to walk around the other side to come across the stepping stones. Crazy dog. Anyway, that's it from us for today. So I hope you had a super fantastic fun Friday. Let us know in the comments below, what games did you learn today, what fun things did you get up to, and have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hei konera.